the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar. Ching, ching, bling, bling, cut the chatter. You ain't talking money, then you're talking no matter. Ching, ching, bling, bling, tighten pockets. You take the dollar, dollar, and it's damn, so stop it.
The new member of Team Smackdown will read Shane McMahon. What's up, guys? My name is Wes, and I'm your lead Smacktivist here on the show Smacktivism from the B&B universe. We're going to be highlighting last week's Tuesday Night Smackdown Live. I still hate that name, man. The show opens with a pretty solid promo involving all the members of Team Smackdown. Of course, AJ starts it off, and we find out that James Ellsworth ends up being the mascot for Team Smackdown. They're all in the ring. AJ's trying to bring them together, even though the majority of them hate each other. All in all, I'd say it was a pretty solid opening segment, something I expected leading up to Survivor Series. Nothing much to really talk about. I hate this Randy Orton and the Wyatt family thing. Like, I just don't like it. It's bad. That being said, let's fast forward to Breezango versus the Vaudevillains. Yeah, there isn't anything from the actual match itself to talk about because it was kind of a squash match. Basically, Breezango earned the right to be eliminated first in the Survivor Series match, which is cool. At least they get to be in it. The Vaudevillains, man, it's came a long way since they almost beat the New Day with the Whirling Dervish a few months ago. Nothing really to talk much there. The women's match between Naomi and Natalia was pretty good. I liked it. I mean, it was your typical Naomi match. She's all flying around, being all like athletic. Natty's like screaming in that boyish tone, like, oh! It's bad. This is just going to add fuel to the Survivor Series women's match. It's just all kinds of dumb, but you know, whatever. Next, we were supposed to have Kalisto versus the man who injured him, Baron Corbin, but that match never happened, and we actually saw Baron Corbin get injured by Kalisto, and so Baron Corbin's now out of the Survivor Series match, which I don't like, because I was hoping they would finally give him a little bit of a push, but you know, they're not. So instead we get Shane O'Mac in the SmackDown elimination match. Almost 50-year-old Shane hanging out with a bunch of guys. Yeah, really. That's okay though. I was actually pleasantly surprised. The Alexa Bliss Becky Lynch match was very good. I really, really enjoyed that. I would actually wish I could have seen it on a pay-per-view because it was good. I liked it. I'm hoping I get to see it again in the future. They have good chemistry in the ring. Maybe that's because they used to be in NXT with each other. I don't know. But all in all, that was just a really solid match for me. So I just gotta say, I really enjoyed it. I think that both of them really did well. Becky obviously retained. And it's time to face the facts that apparently we're pushing Kurt Hawkins now because he beat Apollo Crews. It's time to face the facts that this is stupid, Vince. Or whoever writes for SmackDown, I don't know. I don't want to face any facts at all. He won with a roll-up pin, stupid stuff. The main event between Ambrose, Kane, and since Baron Corbin got injured, they put Mr. Ellsworth in there, which was really good. And this whole adding Kane to this thing, I hate this so much. I don't know why this is a thing. But it is. I don't know why, but it is, so that's okay. The Wyatt family obviously won. Harper, Wyatt, and Orton, who's apparently in the Wyatt family. It's just stupid. I hope this is like the Daniel Bryan thing where it doesn't last for very long. And smartly, they had Ellsworth take the pinfall. This guy's just eating pins left and right from people. It's kind of nice. It gives them like a jobber who's entertaining. Yeah, so that's all I want to talk about from the actual matches itself. We did get a couple cool announcements. The Undertaker is returning for Tuesday night's episode because it is the 900th episode of Smackdown ever. So they advertise the Undertaker's return, which kind of actually really pisses me off because I like the, oh, surprise Undertaker. Now I don't get that surprise. I'm wondering if he sets something up for WrestleMania or he just kind of shows up. I don't know. And I know that Cena's off doing something else, so I don't know really what's going to happen, but it's the Undertaker. It's cool to see. And then we get one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Edge comes back, and he's doing an episode of The Cutting Edge. I don't know who he's going to have on. I really hope it's going to be so great. I'm going to love hearing, on this day I see clearly, and I was hand I found too. It's going to be so cool for me. Edge was my favorite heel throughout his run with Cena. That rivalry is one of my favorite rivalries of all time. And also, as we know, Sami Zayn will be challenging Ziggler for the Intercontinental title at Survivor Series. So that should be an interesting angle, Raw versus SmackDown for a title that, since The Miz hasn't had it, has gone stale, and I said this was going to happen. I said it, but nobody listened to me. But we also might be getting the Cruiserweight title back on SmackDown with Kalisto versus the Brian Kendrick. That's some stuff to look forward to at Survivor Series. Other than that, that's about all I got. This is going to be a little bit shorter episode. I didn't get a chance to watch SmackDown in real live TV because obviously on Tuesday was the election stuff, and I was over hanging out with Peter and Rick, you know, those guys, and some other people. We were just kind of hanging out. But yeah, so that's all I really have to say for this week. Make sure to like this video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can find us on Twitter at BMBUniverse. We tweet out thoughts as we're watching stuff, funny things. We tweeted out a picture from the account about who are picking between the two people from this election is like picking Vince Russo or Dixie Carter to run your wrestling company. But yeah, it's just kind of stuff like that. And we will be getting out a video for Survivor Series probably in about a week or so, probably next weekend. Might be in or out. I don't know what we're going to end up having to do, but that'll be out for you guys to enjoy. So I think I hear the bell. I think it's time to check out of the Smackdown Hotel here. We're out of here in 1, 2, 3. Dang, dang, dang. What's going on over there, cat? I'm trying to work, thanks. Okay. See ya.